Hello, it's Amanda here from Faithfully Homemade, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how I have organized my kids' work drawers for this next school year. And I have two different sets for two different reasons. So I have this white set of drawers that you see here, and then I have this colorful one here. So this white set is just where I keep their materials, and I give them a drawer. Actually my oldest kids each have two drawers, and my 3-year-old down there only has one drawer, and then of course my babies don't have any drawers yet. But I'll just bring you through them and kind of show you how I have it set up and what I'm planning on doing. Okay, so for this top drawer, I have all of our Bible stuff in it. Basically, it's all the different things that we use during Bible time. So we do that first thing in the morning, and so I just kind of have all of that thrown in here right now, just to kind of keep it all in one spot. We have a bunch of other books that we use and things too, but just for what we're going to be using towards the beginning of the year, I threw that in here. Okay, and then this drawer, I threw in just a couple of books, like a science and a history book that we read out of, and then I have a whole bunch of science and history activities in my cabinet, but for now I just have these books in here to kind of give me a guide for what we're going to do. This is just for my older two kids, my 5th and 6th grader. They'll be 5th and 6th grade this year. So science and history books right there. Okay, now we're going to get into like the actual drawers and how I have it set up for them. Okay, so this is my oldest son, and what I have is I gave them each a folder this year. Last year I used binders, if you saw some of my other videos, so I always like to kind of change it up. So this year we're going to be using folders, and this is my oldest one's folder, and then I made each of them a sheet like this for the day, and I put it in this plastic sleeve. And what they're going to do is they're going to use dry erase markers, and they're going to write. So like on the first day of school, he'll write it's day 1, and then these are the things he has to do before he is allowed to be finished with school. So so after we do Bible, he can check it off. After we do math, he can check it off, and so on. These are all the things he has to do every single day and then he's done. Now this last section here will be one of these. So every day we either do science, history, keyboarding, or art. So one of these 4. So let's say it's a science day. He would just kind of circle that, and once he's finished with science, then he knows he's done for the day. And so these are all the activities that he does. He doesn't have to do them in this order, but this is just a way for him to kind of keep track. And so he knows, and he's not asking me, hey, am I done? Can I go play or whatever? So these are the things he has to do as far as being a 6th grader. All right here. So that stays in his folder, and then he can just erase it, and then the next day, check it off again. It's the same list basically that he will do every day. And then I just have some of his books in here. So this will be the first book that he will begin reading this school year. So I threw that one in here, and then this is his math and his language. What I plan on doing is just ripping out the pages that he needs to do for the day, and then putting them in this folder. So last year I was ripping them out and putting them in a binder, and it just became too tedious with all my kiddos. So I figure this year I will just, like, at the very end of the day before I go to bed, I will just come over here, rip out the pages that they're supposed to do the next day, and put them in here. And actually my 6th grader could probably do that himself, because it's just it'll usually just be the next page in the book. And so I have his math, his language, and then the next drawer has his, we're not really technically going to be doing this spelling, but I have it because we're going to be using the words out of it. So spelling, this isn't supposed to be in here. And then we have some arithmetic quizzes and things like that. And then history and science, we kind of do more hands-on fun activities and reading. So that you saw the books up here, but the activities are somewhere else. So this is just a place to kind of keep his daily books and that kind of thing. And the same thing for my fourth grader. I'm sorry, he'll be fifth grade this year. He was fourth grade. Same thing. He has his own folder with his own check-off list, and then in this folder will be activities for the day. Like all of his papers that are ripped out of here will be in here for the day. And then we will just change it out. And I figure like this side can be work that he needs to do. This side can be work that he's finished, that kind of thing. So we'll see how it goes. I always kind of change it up. Here's his reading book for this that he'll be reading. And then here's like math, language. And then the next drawer has his spelling and some math test pages. And then, like I said, all their other subjects I keep somewhere else. But that's just the basics. These are the ones that they have to actually do like worksheets out of. Not that one, but these ones. So they actually have to do the math worksheets and the language worksheets and stuff. So I keep those in here. And then my first grader is down here. Here's his folder, and I did the same thing for him. These are the things he's going to have to do this school year. And then when he's done with them, we'll kind of check them off so he can kind of keep a record as well. And then I actually already pulled out his pages. So for the first day of school, he just has a couple pages he has to do because, you know, I do a lot of hands-on activities for him, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with that. But and actually we do hands-on activities with my older ones too, just not as many. So he doesn't have to do a lot of like worksheets, but I do have a few in there. And then here are just some of his books that he's going to be using this year. So I just have Splend book, handbook for reading, the first book that he'll be reading as far as his first reader for the year, and then just some like other books that we'll be kind of using corresponding with all of the activities that we'll be doing that you see in my other videos. And then here's just some more workbooks for him that I'll be pulling things out of as we go. Most of these are all from Rebecca. I did not buy the curriculum lesson plans. I just bought the workbooks because, as you know, if you've been following my channel, you've seen that I use a lot of hands-on activities, and so I just bought the workbooks to kind of correspond, so I had some worksheets for them to do. But otherwise, we'll be doing the hands-on stuff. And the same thing with my 3-year-old. This is his, you saw this, I did a video on this, his learning book that he'll be using this year. I have all of that in here. If you didn't see this video, I'll try to remember to link it down in the description box below so you can go check out this video and how I created this little book for him to use. So I have that in here for him. I also have a folder in here for him to put little worksheets in for him to do. And then I have just his books here that I'll be pulling worksheets out of. Okay, and then let me show you. Okay, so these are the other drawers that I have, and what I do is all of the activities that you guys see in my videos, I pull those out and I put them in the drawers. And so what I did last year is like these first couple of drawers were for my kindergartner, he'll be first grade this year, and then the bottom drawers were for my preschooler. So what I did is I put like, I used the top two for like phonics and reading activities for my first grader, and then these two each had math activities for the week. I did it by week, so I changed them out each week. So these two had like phonics reading, these two had math, and then these two had just other type of activities if I had anything like fine motor, science, history, whatever, that kind of thing. And then the last 4 drawers were for my preschooler, and so in those I would do like same thing, phonics, reading, math activities, and then like the bottom drawer I left for other type activities, science, history, art, stuff like that. So I will be doing that again. So I will be changing these out every week and putting the different activities in them that correspond with what their lessons will be. Now let me go back and explain something real quick. Okay, this is my Homeschool Binder, which if you've seen my other video, I did a video on this. And what I do, just to kind of give you a quick overview, is, oh, by the way, these are my math proficiency, learn math level proficiency sheets, and I pulled them out of the binder, and I need to reorganize them a little bit, and so anyway, that's why they're in here. But we're going to be using those. I'm going to be actually using level A with my 3-year-old this year, so I'm kind of reorganizing those a little bit. I have level A and level B for math, and then for reading I have level A, B, and C. So anyway, that's why that's in here. But what I wanted to show you is there's a little section in here where I have the kids, like a list of just the the list of curriculum basically that they're going to be doing for the year. So like this is my 6th graders math and all of the different skills that he'll be working on this year. Well, for example, what I do is when I plan, let's look at my 1st grader. When I plan, here's my 1st grader stuff. I'll take a look at the different skills that he's going to be working on for the week. So, or that he's going to be working on for the year. Here are all the different skills for math that he'll be working on for this school year. So what I'll do is I'll look through here and I'll decide what I want to work on for the week. So I'll be like, okay, this week I want to do counting and writing numbers. So then what I would do is I would pull out the hands-on activities that I've made or that I have that correspond with these, and then I'll put them in those drawers that you saw. So that's kind of how I do it. Now, if you have my kindergarten literacy curriculum, I've been writing down day by day the activities. So it gives you like a day-by-day list, but this is how I do it when I don't have that list. So if you have that curriculum, by the way, I'll leave a link below to it. That's what I've been doing, is I've been looking at the different skills and then making a day-by-day list of activities that you can do with your kindergartner. Now he'll be a first grader this coming school year, so we'll be doing these activities. We'll be doing different activities, but some of them will still be the same that I did in kindergarten. I hope this is making sense and isn't like too confusing. But like, for example, these are the skills that he's going to be working on in phonics and language this year. So like, I'll look through here and I'll say, okay, this week we're going to work on short vowels, short and long vowels. So then I'll pull out the activities for that and I'll put it in those drawers that you saw, and then we'll have the activities ready for the week. So I'll get more into detail with this later on when I do like a plan with me video, but I just kind of wanted to show you how I kind of do that. Okay, and I do the same thing for like my preschooler as well. So take, for example, this is the list of skills benchmarks for my preschooler that I want him to do. And so I'll look through here and I'll kind of decide, all right, this week we're going to work on shapes, and then I'll pull out all the activities we have for shapes. Or this week I want to work on opposites within, so I'll pull out those activities, and so on. Yeah, so this is just kind of an idea, is I keep a list of skills and then I go off those skills to pull out the different activities. All right, let me show you the next part. All right, so so now you know how I do the drawers. I put all of the activities there, and then we just pull out the drawer and we redo activities. So I'll have like 2 drawers of alphabet or phonics or reading type activities, and then those are the 2 activities that we'll kind of do for the week. And I will put more than 1 activity in a drawer, so I might have 2 or 3 reading activities in this drawer, and then 2 or 3 reading activities in this drawer. Usually, like if I'm working on long vowels, then I'll have 2 different long vowel activities in this drawer. If we're working on, whatever we're working on, there might be more than 1 activity, but it's usually related to that one skill, if that makes sense. All right, anyway, and then the last part is just these drawers over here, and they're just basically supplies, things like that. So like this top drawer is just markers and Post-its and kind of that kind of stuff. And this drawer is all for handwriting. So like we have a little salt box that they use to make letters in when they're practicing their handwriting. This one down here has sand in it to practice their handwriting. We've got chalk and little chalkboards to practice their handwriting, dry erase markers to practice their handwriting, some dry erase cards over here. So yeah, that's what this one is. This one is just little manipulatives that we use for counting and all sorts of stuff. You've seen my videos. Same thing down here. These are just little cups and things that we use for holding the manipulatives and sorting and that kind of thing. And same thing down here, just more of those little hands-on counting manipulatives and stuff that we use. So, all right, guys, I hope this was helpful for you. If you guys have comments or questions, leave them below and I'll try to answer them. Hopefully it wasn't too confusing. And thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye.